Sister Wives, when will season 19 return? The details of the episode are out. Sister Wives season 19 featured some of the most dramatic moments in the Brown family. Things fell apart between Kody Brown and his ex-wives, Christine, Mary, and Janelle. In addition, major life updates about the ex-wives since leaving Kody were featured in the most recent season. But things are only getting more complicated in the family in the second half of the season. Find out when season 19 will return by reading on. Sister Wives, what happened in the first half of the season? The first part of Sister Wives season 19 revolved around the aftermath of Janelle and Mary's departure. Janelle became much closer to Christine and David, while Mary officially got released from their church, which is the equivalent of divorce. When Mary and Kody broke up, she also had some problems. One of them was when he got emotional when he was helping her pack up. Mary claims that she was perplexed as to why Kody would display such emotion after receiving so many rejections. Additionally, the season showed Kody and Robyn attempting to survive. The later episodes also featured Janelle going after her part of the Coyote Pass property, while the fate of Mary's B&B in Utah was put in question. When will the 19th season return? According to TLC, the second half of Sister Wives season 19 will premiere on April 20, 2025, on TLC. The network has already released a couple of previews for the upcoming episodes. Mary told Janelle how upset she was in one of them, adding that she would also sue for her part in the Coyote Pass. Mary and Janelle think that the property wasn't divided equally. Kody was also upset about their situation, telling the cameras that he wasn't trying to rip Mary off. Another preview also showed Mary feeling betrayed by Robyn, whom she had been very loyal to over the years. Another clip of Mary revealing that she sent an email to Janelle, Kody, and Robyn to start the conversation about the Coyote Pass was recently shared on social media by TLC. Mary revealed that she hasn't been a part of the conversation. Mary and Janelle had a conversation about Kody and Robyn's suspicious desire to sell the property for themselves a moment later. Mary even said that Kody doesn't get to decide, especially now that he's no longer the head of their family. Sister Wives, the Browns have already sold the property. According to recent reports, the Browns have already sold the entire property. According to sources, the four family members have sold the land for $1,500,000, a $680,000 profit. The news comes after some fans discovered transactions showing Janelle and Mary selling their parcels from the Coyote Pass. Kody and his previous wives haven't spoken about their major decision yet. But it may get featured in the second half of Sister Wives season 19. The long-running saga of Coyote Pass, a 14-acre parcel in Flagstaff, Arizona, originally purchased by Kody Brown in 2018 for $820,000 with plans to build 5 homes for his plural family, finally reached a turning point in late March 2025 when all 4 adult Browns, Kody, his fourth wife Robyn, and ex-wives Mary and Janelle, executed warranty deeds that redivided the property into 4 distinct ownership arrangements, marking the first time the land's title structure reflected the family's fractured dynamics rather than Kody's unilateral control. Sarcasm. Reddit. In the original vision, Coyote Pass was to be split into 5 lots, 1 for each wife and 1 for Kody, but internal feuds and 3 marriages dissolving, Christine relinquished her share for $10 in 2022, Mary and Janelle separated in 2023 and 2022, respectively, transformed the property from a symbol of communal unity into a flashpoint for legal and emotional conflict. The Sun. Sarcasm. Under the new deeds recorded on March 27, 2025, 2 larger parcels, each roughly 4.3 acres, were reconveyed as undivided interests, granting each of the 4 adults a 25% stake in both lots. One smaller 2.42-acre parcel remained solely under Kody and Robyn's names, and the final 2.42-acre lot became jointly owned by Mary and Janelle, ensuring those 2 women secured a consolidated 50% interest in that tract. Sarcasm. Reddit. The signature timeline on these deeds revealed lingering negotiating dynamics. Janelle signed on January 9 and 13, Mary on January 15, Kody on January 17, and Robyn, often characterized as the last to yield, did not sign until March 26, a delay Reddit fans gleefully mocked as evidence of her strategic foot-dragging. Reddit. Sarcasm. While the redivision equitably distributes financial risk and decision-making power, preventing Kody or Robyn from unilaterally selling or developing the large parcels without Meri and Janelle's consent, it also cements a dependency that could prove fraught. Any future sale, refinancing, or partition action will require unanimous agreement among all four owners, giving Meri and Janelle a de facto veto over the property's fate, even as Kody and Robyn maintain control of one lot entirely. YouTube. Janelle, speaking after filming, described the settlement as long overdue, lauding the clarity it brings after years of ambiguity, while Meri called the redivision a recognition of our equal contributions, comments that fans celebrated as signs the ex-wives were finally asserting their rights in a saga long dominated by Kody's decisions. People. Kody offered a conciliatory tone, stating he valued peace over profit and preferred to resolve the dispute amicably rather than incur the legal fees and family strife of protracted litigation, a stance Robyn echoed by emphasizing her desire for fairness and a fresh start, even as she retained a 50% share across two parcels. Sarcasm. Screen rant. Legal experts note that Arizona's concept of undivided interests, where multiple owners hold fractional shares of the whole rather than defined physical plots, means that despite technical equity, the property remains a communal asset, subject to the practical challenges of joint decision-making and potential partition suits that could force a sale if consensus cannot be reached, a scenario that looms as long as the Browns' relationships remain strained. YouTube. The redivision's timing, coming after Christine's 2022 exit, Janelle's 2022 separation, Meri's 2023 church release, and the family's grief over the 2024 death of Janelle and Kody's son Garrison, serves as a legal capstone on a period of seismic change, one in which spiritual vows gave way to legal reality and familial bonds were tested by property law, emotional fallout, and the scrutiny of reality television. Watch. The Sun. Fans on social media responded with a mix of relief, schadenfreude, and renewed skepticism. One Redditor hailed the redivision as closure on this endless saga, while another quipped, "Robyn dragging her feet was peak drama. I love that they all had to sit down and sign," highlighting the audience's fascination with both the personal and procedural aspects of the settlement. Reddit. Others cautioned that this legal victory for Meri and Janelle may prove bittersweet, as joint ownership does not guarantee harmonious use, and any attempt to build or sell will still hinge on Kody and Robyn's consent, a dependency that could reignite conflict as the family's priorities continue to diverge. YouTube. Real estate analysts note the redivision positions the Browns for a potential sale. Combined equity across four parcels could command a higher market price if marketed as an undeveloped investment, a move that might recoup the family's initial outlay and then some, particularly given reports that portions of Coyote Pass sold for $1.5 million in early 2025, yielding a substantial profit over the original purchase price, though that sale involved only certain tracts and not the redivided lots. The Sun. However, any sale of the redivided parcels would require unanimous consent, making it unclear whether the Browns will liquidate this asset or hold it as a legacy of their shared history, for better or worse. Screen rant. TLC cameras are expected to return to Coyote Pass in upcoming episodes to capture the Browns' reactions as they survey the new property lines, negotiate development plans, or contemplate sales, offering audiences a rare glimpse into the interplay between reality TV narrative and real-world legal mechanisms. As the Browns sign off on this chapter, the redivision of Coyote Pass stands as both a practical resolution to a protracted dispute and a symbolic reckoning with the collapse of their plural marriage experiment, a testament to how love, law, and legacy intersect when dreams collide with deeds and when family bonds are tested by the hard realities of property ownership. In a moment of raw vulnerability that has since resonated powerfully with fans of Sister Wives, Janelle Brown recently published an emotional post in which she talks to her late son Garrison, a message that is as much a personal catharsis as it is a public declaration of love, regret, and unyielding hope. In an Instagram video that runs for nearly 10 minutes, Janelle sits in the quiet of her Flagstaff home, the soft glow of an autumn afternoon filtering through the window behind her, and speaks directly to Garrison as if he were still in the room. "Garrison, my sweet boy," she begins, her voice trembling yet determined, "every day I wake up missing you, and every night I go to sleep wishing I could have one more moment with you." Over the course of her heartfelt message, Janelle recounts cherished memories from his childhood, images of him laughing as he played with his toys, the proud glow in his eyes when he talked about his dreams, and even the small moments when he would quietly ask for a hug after a hard day. With a sorrow that is palpable through each carefully chosen word, she admits that despite all her efforts as a mother, she feels as though she failed him in certain ways, and that the weight of his absence feels like a constant reminder of the complexities and heartbreak inherent in their family's tumultuous history. Janelle explains that Garrison, who took his own life in March 2024, a tragedy that rocked not only the Brown family but also the millions who have followed their story on television, was a sensitive and introspective soul who wrestled silently with the pressures of living in a household that was perpetually under the scrutiny of reality TV. "I know you felt so misunderstood by a world that never gave you a fair chance," she says, addressing Garrison as if he could hear her beyond the confines of social media. "You carried a burden that no one should have to bear, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't shield you from that pain." Her words are interwoven with reflections on her own struggles with guilt and regret. She acknowledges that the conflicts within the Brown family, long, drawn-out disputes over property, the bitter fallout from legal battles, and the discord that has punctuated relationships with Kody and the other sister wives, created an environment in which a young person like Garrison could feel isolated and overwhelmed. In the post, Janelle doesn't merely recount events, she opens up about the profound impact Garrison's death has had on her own journey of healing and self-discovery. "Since the day you left, I've been trying to piece together the parts of myself that shattered along with you," she confides, her voice softening as she speaks of finding new meaning in the chaos. She recalls the long hours spent in her car after hearing the news, the countless moments of silent crying, and the desperate search for answers that, even after months have passed, remain elusive. "I ask myself every day, what could I have done differently? How do I honor you in a way that brings you the peace you never found on this earth?" The question hovers in the air, a painful refrain that underscores not only her grief but also a mother's endless longing to reconcile what cannot be changed. Janelle's post also takes on a broader, almost philosophical tone as she contemplates the nature of loss and the inevitable cycles of love and pain that define the human experience. "Losing you has taught me that life is as fragile as a whisper," she muses, pausing to collect herself before continuing with a quiet intensity. "I have learned that sometimes love has to carry wounds that will never fully heal, and that the only way forward is to transform that grief into something beautiful, a legacy that honors your memory and reminds the world that even in the darkest moments, there is light." In these moments, Janelle's words transcend the confines of a personal memorial to become a universal message of hope for anyone grappling with loss and heartache. Her appeal is not just for sympathy but for understanding, that there is strength in vulnerability and wisdom in embracing every fragment of joy and sorrow. Throughout the video, Janelle intersperses personal anecdotes with heartfelt expressions of gratitude for the support she has received from fans, friends, and family members who have rallied around her in the wake of Garrison's passing. "I want you to know, Garrison, that your story, and my story, is not defined solely by this loss," she asserts. "It is defined by every smile you brought into this world, every lesson you taught me, and every moment of laughter we shared. I carry you with me in all that I do." Her gratitude extends even to those who have criticized the family over the years, as she explains that the public nature of their lives has made every joy and every tear a shared experience. "You, the fans, have become like an extended family, embracing us during our moments of triumph and sorrow," she continues. "In my heart, I hope you find some comfort knowing that from this pain, we are creating a new future, a future that continues to celebrate love, resilience, and the enduring bonds between us all." Janelle's tribute to Garrison is layered with subtle references to the complicated dynamics of the Brown family that have long fueled the sister wives narrative. While she speaks in loving tones of her departed son, she also acknowledges the fractures within the family that may have contributed, in part, to the challenges he faced. "There were times," she admits, "when the weight of our collective struggles made it hard for you to feel seen, and for that, I am deeply sorry. In doing so, Janelle not only expresses personal regret but also gently challenges the long-standing power dynamics and media narratives that have at times obscured the internal realities of their relationship. Her words hint at an ongoing process of healing, a desire to mend the tenuous ties that have long held the family together despite external pressures and internal conflicts. Notably, the post has sparked a wide range of reactions from the sister-wives fandom. On platforms like Twitter and Reddit, viewers have shared their own stories of loss and grief, praising Janelle for her unfiltered honesty and the raw emotion evident in her tone. Many have commented on how her words have provided a rare glimpse into the quieter, more introspective side of the Brown family, a contrast to the often explosive drama that typically dominates the screen. "Janelle spoke my language of grief," one fan wrote, "and in that moment, I felt like I wasn't alone in my own battles with loss." Others have lauded her for opening a dialogue about mental health and the importance of addressing pain rather than burying it, a topic that has often been sidestepped in favor of sensational storylines. For some critics, however, the post has raised questions about the sustainability of sharing such personal moments on a public platform, a reminder that in the world of reality television, the line between genuine emotion and media exploitation can often blur. "I get it, you miss him, but putting your heart out there can also feel like it's part of the performance," commented one longtime viewer. Yet the overwhelming consensus remains that Janelle's tribute transcends performance. It is an act of raw, unvarnished love that speaks to the heart of what it means to lose someone so irreplaceably dear. As the video draws to a close, Janelle offers one final, tender message: "Goodbye for now, Garrison. I will love you always. I promise that every day, I will honor you by becoming a better mother, a better person, and by helping those who struggle with pain as you did. You are not just a memory, you are the light that guides me forward." In these final words, Janelle encapsulates a poignant truth, that despite the weight of grief, love endures, transforming loss into a legacy of hope and resiliency. Her promise to honor you by becoming a better person resonates as both a personal vow and an invitation to all who have witnessed the highs and lows of the Brown family saga to find strength in vulnerability. In the larger narrative of Sister Wives, Janelle's emotional post stands as a milestone, a turning point that challenges the show's usual focus on property disputes and marital drama by centering genuine loss and the healing power of introspection. Whether or not future episodes will explore these themes in greater depth remains to be seen, but for now, Janelle's message to Garrison has provided a cathartic release for fans and a reminder that even in the midst of relentless media scrutiny, human emotions remain at the heart of every story. Garrison's memory, as carried forward by his grieving mother's words, serves as a beacon in the turbulent world of the Browns, a testament to the enduring bonds that persist beyond loss and the ongoing journey toward healing and self-acceptance.